Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and today's video is going to be discussing an Android and iOS game, a mobile game that I actually really like, and I would like to see more people playing it. This game is called Dungeon Boss. Now, I went and approached Big Fish Games, the creators and owners of Dungeon Boss, and I asked them if they could give me some sort of way to promote the game for them, if I could make a video for them talking about the game so that, you know, I stay in the good graces of the copyright gods. So they got back with me and they allowed me to promote the game. They gave me a link for promotional purposes, and at any point in time in this video or this review you would like to play this game, please take the sponsored link in the description below. And remember, I approached them, they didn't approach me. So without further ado, let's take a look at Dungeon Boss, the game that is actually a mobile Android iOS game that I really enjoy. I think most people understand that I have a great disdain and a distaste for mobile iOS Android games. There's not many good ones out there, and the good ones that are there usually have some crippling feature. This game isn't perfect, but let's talk about the high points before I discuss the low ones. Let's begin by jumping into campaign. What kind of game is this is probably the first question, and it's just a strategy RPG game. You're gonna see you can challenge different areas, different dungeons. When you start the game, you're gonna start off on this island. Pretty simple, okay? You go from here and do a little bit of a puzzle and go to all these little places on this giant map. Each place is going to be full of different things. And what you're currently seeing is me recording this off of a specified program, but this does run perfectly fine on Android and iOS if you're interested in getting it. Once again, sponsor link in the description below. But that's why I have a mouse cursor. So each place has a set of levels. Once you complete each level, you move on to the next place. As you can see, this is my current location. So it's no lie when I say I do love this game and I have played the crap out of it for the last 3 months. I played it so much that I just wanted to wait it out to see. Maybe they'll pull the rug under my feet. Maybe they'll screw me somehow. But no, man. This is a free, awesome strategic RPG game. So let's jump into a level and show you some of the action, huh? Summit of Power. Sounds like a good one. You can see the enemies you're going to face, and you can select the heroes you're going to have. Obviously, when you start the game, you're going to only have a few heroes, but it doesn't take long to collect, 5 or 6. You'll probably be able to do that within the first day. It does take a while to get all the heroes. I still don't have them all, but I have a good amount of heroes currently, so it really just depends on how long you're willing to play the game. It's a good game to keep with you and play passively. You can enjoy it whenever you're just waiting in line for something, waiting for food to come at a restaurant, whatever, you know. So we're in the first dungeon. I found something sparkling there, so I clicked on it, and I got a key and some money. So here's my options. These are the enemies that I need to defeat on this first portion of the dungeon level. I have my 4 heroes to do it, and this goes by a speed-based battle system. So this is my fastest hero, second fastest, third fastest, fourth fastest. These are fast heroes, so I'm always going to go first, but if I had slower heroes, the enemy would go first and hit me. Again, it's a strategy game, so you need to be strategic. One of the other things I'd like to put an emphasis on is this right here. Do you see the plus 400 bonus that came up? That's because this relies on a strategy system also, to where you do bonus damage depending on the color and the nature of the person you're using. This is a nature person. This is a water person. Well, generally speaking. And green does more damage to blue, blue does more damage to red, and red does more damage to green. Yellow and purple, which is light and dark, do bonus damage to each other. Kind of has a little bit of Pokemon feel to it. Each character also has hidden traits and stats and things of that nature. You can see here, we got your standard attack, special move types, and depending on the situation, you can choose to use these special moves. Now, just to show you one of these special moves, I'm going to use this one. Now you notice that did extra damage because it was a ranged weakness. Again, another strategic point to this game. Sometimes you'll have attacks that are just straight on damage. Other times you'll have attacks that'll give you bonuses to certain traits and values. They might buff your evasion. They might leave the enemy with something. As you can see, you used exhausting blow on me. And that means -1 energy to this guy. Energy is this right here. This allows you to use these attacks. So it's kind of similar to mana points and things of that nature. And more gold, absolutely free. These guys are pretty simple. Obviously, I'm over leveled for this area, but I'm just doing it for demonstration sakes. And you can see I didn't do as much damage to him, but I dodged his attack. Again, because these guys are fast, speedy, they can dodge attacks. But they aren't tanky type of heroes that you can use. So you have to do a little bit of a trade-off here. Oh, this dungeon's full of free stuff. Excellent. So there's a lot of these guys, so I'm just going to end them with multi-shot. Now that was just a basic attack that did damage to everyone. So now we're at the biggest boss here. This is the boss of the dungeon. Every single dungeon has these bosses and these final encounters. So you need to get through the dungeon with pretty decent life so that you can take on these guys at the same time. So I'm going to use Evasive Shot. This does a lot of damage and allows me to get a 20% boost in dodging. It's a pretty nice thing to use. Because I was able to kill him, I was able to attack again as a feature of that. Now this allows me to get my health back by throwing Vampiric Shuriken. And I gain my health back because of that. This will burn the enemy. This is just a simple display of what you can use here to use tactics to your advantage, depending on how you want to play, you know. Do you want a speedy party? Do you want a party that inflicts status conditions? Do you want a tank party that can take hits? Do you want a party that can bolster stats and things like that? That's up to you. And there you go. You can see I unlocked the token for another hero to unlock a hero. I already have that hero, so the token just adds more power to the hero later on. I get enough tokens, I unlock another level of power for them, essentially. You can see here, this is the final stats. I get experience to my level. My level dictates how high my heroes can be. I get gold to buy different various things, upgrade abilities. I get a key to go through this dungeon without actually having to go through it and just get the rewards. I get the token to unlock the hero. I already have it, so no big deal. And I get XP potions. Again, XP. Pretty simple. I 3-starred the dungeon because I didn't lose anyone in it. This is a really fun game for completionists who like to get everything. So let's go ahead and continue on. Each different level has a different type of hero you can get. When they're grayed out, that means I already did it for the day. They reset each day. You can see it right here. Daily token refresh, 10 hours. You can see this one, I'll get him. You can see this one, I'll get him. We'll go ahead and click on this one and show you. These are the potential drops. These things right here allow you to ascend your heroes and give them new abilities. And you can see the enemies that you're going to potentially be facing. Obviously, they're all nature, so if I was going to go into this dungeon, I want some fire heroes. And pretty much any hero except for a water hero, because I would do less damage. Once again, kind of similar to Pokemon in that regard. So let's go back to town and check out town real quick. This is your main area, place where your heroes hang out. So you might have noticed that there's a running chat up here. This is a live chat. They have forums and things like that where you can discuss this game, but this is actually a live chat where you can talk to people, discuss things. You just click right here, and you just discuss anything you want with people. Let's go ahead and chat here. Oh, I told him to say hi to YouTube. I'm making a promo video for this game. We'll see if anyone actually says hi. There we go. I've got several people saying hi to YouTube. Hi, Mom. I got a lot of people saying hi. Yuck. Very nice, slap chopped. Awesome. Mom, I made it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. While those things are running up there, we're going to be checking out everything else we can get here. So, these are the rewards. You get rewards every day for just playing this game. Again, this game is free. You don't have to spend a dime. But I will get to that later on. VIP 1 is pretty much if you spend a little bit of money, you get VIP 1. So, of course, you get extra rewards, things like that. You can see that VIP 3 doubles, VIP 4 doubles, things like that. You get hero tokens, you get ascension tokens, things like that. Really awesome. Just free stuff for playing the game. Just sign on, play the game. Here is our quests. I collected my dungeon gold 2 times. So, cool. I get all these rewards just for collecting my dungeon's gold. Woo! I leveled up! Sweet. Okay. You can look at the various different quests that you have here. I have guild quests. You can see that you just need to kill 15 imps, as this is in the way. Thank you, Gold Resource. Really appreciate that. Obviously, it'll be easier to use on the phone. But you can see hard out here for an imp. There you go. Defeat 15 imps. Get yourself all of that stuff for free. And there's tons of other quests. The collector, power level, things like that. And these are daily quests that reset. There are also events as well. Right now, Sunday Light Island's going on. You also summon some other guys. Days of Ponage. For the Tower of Ponage, there's an event going on for the Tower of Ponage. And then there are specials also. Yes. Unfortunately, there is the ability to spend money in this game. Now, that's an option, but I do have to make an addendum here. There are no advertisements for this game. Why, you might ask? Well, because it's pretty costly to buy things. So, generally speaking, I would say, pay to win, but that's not true. Most of this game is PvE. Like, probably 90% of it. You could do PvP if you want to, but most of this game is PvE. You'll get most of your rewards from PvE, you'll be trying to beat the story, things like that. And you can see that it's a costly amount to pay to win the game. So obviously not everyone and their mom can just drop $25 on one small hero of the game. So it's not necessarily pay to win. If that's something you want to do, that is between you and your wallet. And it's simple as that. Because of that costly amount, there are no advertisements on this game. As you've noticed, there hasn't been a single ad. I didn't pay to remove them. That's just how it is. So, I have a friend invite. This looks like a new guy. Sure, I'll accept. Alright. So this is me, Rectosaurus Rex. You guys can add me. Profile ID 3676478. You can add me at any time, and we can play together. We can defeat the hordes that are out there. And we can also do PvP. You can see I have a couple friends on here that I've just added over time. 8 out of 31. And I actually do happen to have a guild as well. So if you join me, I can invite you to the guild as well. And we can have a great time trying to get PvP trophies and whatnot. I'm pretty new to the guild scene, so hopefully we can do a little bit better if you guys help me out. So Mavericks, I should have a motto. Let's do, we're going to do a motto here. Mavericks Unite! Okay. Update. Now you guys know it's me. Message of the day. I'll do that later. I don't have anyone in my guild, so no message of the day. The tower ponage is a side thing that you can do for absolutely free. You don't need to use your energy to actually do that. Every time you go into a campaign area, you use 5 to 7 energy, depending on what it is. Maybe a little bit more for the higher tier things. But essentially, you can play about 6 or 7 different levels every day. And this regenerates quite quickly, so you'll be able to play this 3 to 4 times a day and not have issues. So let's go ahead and look at my dungeon. Okay, since it's loaded in, I can collect my money here. You can see it sparkling. These are my defenders for my dungeon. Again, this is PvP based, so if you're really interested in fighting against other people and making money, this is essentially how you do it. So I'm going to look at this. Okay, so I have 9,000 gold I can collect. It looks like someone tried to beat me and they lost. And you can see the stats. Looks like 2 people beat me and then I beat another guy. I defended myself, so very nice. We're going to collect that. Awesome, free money. Love it, love it. And you can make upgrades to your dungeon to make more money. Like, oh, I had 2,200 an hour? Okay, sure. How about we make a little bit more? 22.6 an hour. Sweet. Cool. And then you can also change your defenders around. Again, based on the roster of heroes you have. You can switch it around to anything you want. Tanky characters, quick characters, whatever. You can see the leaderboards, your battle log, and then you can go into the honor shop for what you win here and whatnot. Not bad at all, right? Very cool extra added feature to your standard RPG adventure game. So let's go ahead and check out the next thing. Portal. This is generally speaking where you're going to be able to summon extra heroes and extra resources. Of course, you're going to be able to unlock them playing through the game itself and just beating enemies and beating dungeons, getting those tokens, which is fine and dandy and very easy to do also. But each one of these portals has different aspects. Okay, so this is for gold and this is lower tier heroes. Okay, but you can still unlock full heroes and things of that nature. Okay, so this is the higher tier. You can get some of the rarest heroes here. You can see Igorok, an Angel, the Life Reaper Braum. And then over here we have the Honorsome, where we have just some unique, interesting heroes. This is where I got my Jelly Blob you saw as my main hero under my friend screen. So I was very lucky to get that early on, and that guy helped me out. So cool, man. Let's go ahead and do a summon. We'll do a summon for 10 grand. Let's see what we get. And once again, I got another hero token to upgrade Zerk's power level and abilities. And that's pretty much how it works. You get a free one of these every single day. Depending on if you want to spend some money or not, you can get more or less. Things of that nature. Again, it's your choice, between you and your wallet. So let's check out the shop real quick, speaking of spending money. And again, it's quite expensive. So if you're thinking everyone and their mom's going to be able to just throw $5 here or there to beat you, like, no, man. It's $35 for some stuff. Yeah, some stuff is a little bit cheaper, but to say the least, you're not going to be able to pay to win in this game too easily. You can get things like gems, gold. You can check the events and things like that. And I've went ahead and spent a little bit of money to try out the payment system on this to make sure that I wasn't promoting a game that would just take your money and not give you what you wanted. And it works, so there's no questions there. Ooh, I think I covered pretty much everything about this game, showed it off, and yeah, that's really about it, besides looking at each individual hero. So let's take a look at Rogar Stonecrusher. This guy is going to be one of the first individuals that you're going to be able to summon and use. Mine is a 3-star. You start off with a 1-star guy. Okay? So those tokens will make them a bit more stronger. You can see here, that's what that increases. Pretty simple. Okay? And then the XP down here, you can give them potions to level them up and things of that nature. Under the stats, once again, I was talking earlier about different passive stats and different move pools. You can see that this guy's armored and this guy's got a perfect swing, so no one can dodge his attacks, and he takes less damage from physical. And you can see that here's his traits: 25 less damage against water, 30 more damage against nature. You can currently see his stats if you scroll down here. Right, got it. Okay, cool. So you can see his abilities, and you can understand what they do here. Okay, buff my team's attack for 38%, and do a melee physical attack for 839 damage. Sweet, that's awesome. Or do multiple strikes for 366 damage. Or hit everyone for 664 damage. Sweet, right? And then, of course, you can ascend them to unlock these abilities if you don't have these abilities unlocked. Pretty simple stuff. Very similar to many RPGs out there. I feel like this is really, really similar to Pokemon. If this RPG was like Pokemon, man. It really feels like Pokemon. And you even have some characters that are very similar to Pokemon, like Torchy the Bat here. There's other beast characters and things like that, but you mainly unlock different characters here. Each character can do their own different thing. Like this guy can freeze enemies with his blade. This guy can come back from the dead. This one can uppercut people like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat by shooting your bow and dragging them to him. And this one can heal your party. So you have the traditional RPG in the sense of the game type. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, please take the sponsored link in the description below. And remember, I approached them. They didn't approach me. I really enjoy this game. As you can see from my level, man. I just really, really like this game. It's a fun game. And it is currently available for iOS and Android. Please, please, please make sure to friend me or send me a friend request. And I'll get you in and you can join my guild. I have a very powerful hero that you can summon if you get into a jam when you're in a dungeon. And there's just a lot to do in this game. There is a lot to do after 3 months of playing this game. Every day, just passively, here or there, and having fun. Look at all of this stuff to do. Each level filled with just different levels for you to do. Like, man, you're not going to get bored of it anytime soon if you really, really enjoy battling in RPG games, you know? You're really going to enjoy this game. So, it's absolutely free. Take the link. If you don't like the game, you don't like the game, but at least you tried it. So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me if I did a good job in the comment section down below of describing this game. Do you think this is a decent mobile Android iOS game? And I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. And I hope to see you on Dungeon Boss soon. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. And would you please consider subscribing to my channel? By subscribing to my channel, you are not only supporting me, but also joining a community that is against stereotypes, lies, and fraud in gaming. I work my hardest to inform my subscribers of important stories that might affect them. From new games to important updates, the Mavericks are always informed. If you are tired of political correctness ruining your gaming experience, then join my rebellion, because PC isn't for me. And if it isn't for you either, consider yourself a friend of the Mavericks. Subscribe today and you'll be in good hands. Mavericks unite, and together we can keep gaming from falling prey to the people that would not only censor it, but also destroy it.